Hey guys, today I'm doing a video on one of my favorite brands, La Roche-Posay. They are a French skincare brand, obviously from France. I've been using their products for, I'd say, a couple years now actually, and ever since I started using them, my skin has really improved because I really started to simplify my routine. It's really not necessary to use so many ingredients on your face, and it's not good for your skin either. So really watch out for how many chemicals you're putting on your face, if there's parabens in whatever you're using, sulfates, dyes, anything like that, because a lot of that can really irritate your skin. And that comes out through redness, acne, irritation, anything really. So it's just better to simplify your routine sometimes. So after I began to do that, my skin cleared up, it improved. Really, I only have hormonal acne. I don't really get any other type. Like right now I just have like 2, and they're usually just like big and red and out there. I don't have a lot of bumps on my face anymore. The texture of my skin just really improved after I stopped using so many products. And this brand I particularly love because it's paraben free, it's sulfate free, there's no dyes, there's no fragrances. They really are careful as to what they put in their products, and their products work. I've never had a bad reaction to anything. I've never used one of their products and had irritation from it. I've never broken out from any of their products, and I have sensitive, dry skin. So I can't use things with a lot of fragrance in it. I don't like using things with parabens and sulfates in them because I don't believe that they're good for your skin. While, they may not cause cancer and lead to horrible other diseases, I still don't think they're good to put on your face or, on your scalp, or all over your body. So just be mindful of what you're putting on your skin. Because I feel like a lot of people get irritated skin because of what they're using, not because they naturally have redness or irritated skin, or sensitive skin to begin with. I feel like some products can really irritate it and make it sensitive. So, especially with all the environmental stressors that we now have in the world, I feel like it's gotten worse and worse and worse. So a lot of people think that they have sensitive skin, and it used to be like a really small minority of people had sensitive skin, and I feel like it's on a much greater scale now. So just be mindful of the products that you're using. Yeah. That's all I can say about that. So, I'm going to begin. I have my little box of goodies here. I don't know, I have a lot of products by them. I've been using them for a long time. So, I'm going to start with cleansers, because that's probably the easiest. So, the one I use every single day in the morning, it says, it looks like this. It has a little CVS thing, because they're sold at CVS. This says, gently cleanses face, eyes, and lips, and it's paraben-free. It's good for sensitive skin. I love this product. Ever since I found it, this is the only makeup remover I use. I used to use wipes all the time, and quite honestly, I think they were irritating my skin, making it redder than it had to be, because I already have redness in my skin naturally. I don't want to use anything that will make it even redder. That's not very fun, because that's just more you have to cover up. So, I stopped using wipes. My skin definitely improved after I stopped using wipes, and I thought it was a waste of money. You get 30 in a pack. Sometimes they're not moist enough and you have to use 2. Sometimes they don't take all of your makeup off. I was just really tired of being disappointed by makeup wipes. The only brand I ever liked was the Pond's wipes, and honestly, I don't really miss them. So I switched to this last year sometime, maybe a year ago now, I'm not sure. 6 months, I don't know. I've purchased this a couple times already. This might be like my 3rd or 4th bottle. It's 20 bucks. It's a little pricey, but it lasts way longer than wipes did for me. I use a little cotton pad every morning, and I don't generally wash my face in the morning because it's too drying for my skin, especially when it was winter time. So this gets all the makeup off of my face. It cleanses my skin. It does a great job. It doesn't irritate me at all. It never has. And all in all, I think it's a great product. You do kind of go through it a little bit quickly, but as I said, it's still cheaper than purchasing wipes all the time. So this is a good one. So that's that. And one I've tried recently, I never bought this before, is the Toleraine line, the Dermo-Cleanser. Their Toleraine line is for anti-redness. So every thing that says Toleraine on it means it's supposed to help with redness. This is a cleansing and makeup removal fluid for face and eyes, and this is for all types of skin. I wouldn't say it takes makeup off that amazingly. Eye makeup really. Everything else does a pretty good job. I use this in the shower sometimes if I didn't wear makeup that day and I just want like a really simple cleanser to use, or I'll use it in place of my cleansing water if, I don't know, I want to clean my face a little bit better. So I also use this with a cotton pad. You don't have to rinse this off. You don't have to use water at all with this product. So you can just, you don't even have to wet your face. So you can just put a little bit in your hand, smooth it all over the skin. Your makeup will just dissolve. And then you can wipe it off with a cotton pad. You can rinse it. You can use a wet washcloth, whatever you feel like doing, you can do with this. This is very versatile. It's very easy to use. It does not irritate skin. I read a couple of reviews that said it clogged pores and made people break out. That has never happened to me, and I have acne-prone skin. So hopefully it wouldn't do the same for you. But I haven't had any issues, and I really think that maybe those people didn't wash it off correctly, or it didn't come all the way off, because I've never had an issue with this. So I don't know. But I really like this so far. So that's another one. Let's see. And then I'll talk about my two favorite products in the universe. Shockingly, my Effaclar Duo. This is the Dual Action Acne Treatment. It has 5.5 benzoyl peroxide in it. Also, I thought it also had something else. I don't know. I love this. This is hands down one of the best acne products I've ever used. And I have used prescriptions, I have used over-the-counters, I've used stuff in the drugstore, I've used stuff in department stores. This is the best one ever. I don't know why, because benzoyl peroxide didn't used to do much for me, but the formula, I don't know, this is just magical. I just think it does an awesome job. I don't really get blackheads or whiteheads, but it's also for acne blemishes. It's not just for those. I don't know. You can do it 1 to 3 times a day if needed. So sometimes if I have like a really bad zit, I'll put it on a couple times a day if I'm not wearing any makeup that day and letting my skin breathe, which is the best thing to do if you have acne. I like to use it right after I wash my face, and then I let it sit in for a little bit, and then I put my moisturizer on top, or you can put it on top of your moisturizer after it's sunk in for a couple minutes. Some people actually use this as a serum and put it all over their face, which you could do if you wanted to. I don't need it all over my face, so I don't do that, and it would really dry out my skin. It does dry out your skin, excuse me, and I have dry skin, so I have to be careful. I usually don't apply it more than once, but sometimes I have. But I moisturize pretty heavily, so it balances it out, and I don't really get dry patches or flakes while using this. Yeah, I love this stuff. I think it does a great job. I don't really think it's that pricey in comparison to a lot of other things, and this is my first tube. I've had this for, I would say, over a year, and I still haven't run out of it at all, so highly recommended. The second one I have, this tube is very strange, because it's a different, I don't know, like this is plastic and this is like, feels like aluminum. I don't know. This is the Effaclar K. So this is a little bit of a lighter version of the Effaclar Duo. This one has 1.5 salicylic acid, and it has 0.05 retinol linoleate, which I don't know what that is, and it has 0.3 micro exfoliating LHA. So this also exfoliates your skin as well as cleanses the acne in it. This is like an anti-relapse treatment. So when I don't need something as heavy duty as this, I'll maybe use this overnight if my skin either needs a break or if I just want to make sure nothing will come back. So let's say every night you could just put this, like I usually put it around this area because that's usually where my problems are. So yeah, you could just put it around there like every night, and maybe if you get a zit, you can put this on top of it. You can use these together. There's no reason that you can't. This is just a less stronger version in my opinion. It's also exfoliating, so any like dead flakes or dead skin cells, it wipes away while getting in deep to your skin, into the cell to really clean it out. So I think this also does a good job. It's definitely not as strong, but I think it's a really good anti-relapse serum. I would definitely call it an anti-relapse one. I think that's a legitimate claim. Yeah, this is also awesome. So those are two things you can use in between. So after you cleanse. And then moisturizers, I have 3. So, the first is my beloved Cicaplast Baume. I can't say good enough things about this. I am hardcore in love with this stuff. This has saved my winter skin. I've never used anything that is as effective as this, or cheap. It's weird. Whenever I go on Amazon and I repurchase it, sometimes it's $9, sometimes it's $12, sometimes it's $15, but it's still always under $15. I've never found it more expensive than that. You can get it at a lot of retailers. It doesn't have to ship overseas anymore. A lot of retailers carry it in the US. Online only. I've never seen this in a store in my life, but Amazon.com is the bomb. But yeah, it's super cheap. It does its job. It's a little tiny of a tube. I wish it was bigger, but because I've repurchased it probably like 4 or 5 times now, and that's since like September, so that's quite a bit. But it's so good. I've never used a moisturizer this effective in my life, so I love this stuff. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. The next one I have, I've been using, this is the one I started with. I remember I saw this in a magazine, and then I saw this at CVS, because I used to work there. And I was like, what is this stuff? And all, like, dermatologists were saying using, like, they were telling you to use it, and blah, blah, blah. It was, like, all over the signs. I remember when I used to see my dermatologist, and they were saying, like, this is the best sunscreen. It doesn't clog pores. It's paraben-free, blah, blah, blah. You can get it at the drugstore. This is awesome. This is SPF 15. They have definitely expanded their range since they started. They have 15, 30, 45, 60. I think 60 is the highest. But they make so much sunscreen stuff, and it's all good for your skin. It never irritates my skin. I use this in the summertime because this is a daily excuse me, a daily use moisturizer. So this is just a moisturizer with SPF 15 in it. It's supposed to be 24-hour long-lasting hydration. I don't know anything that lasts for 24 hours. It's light, non-greasy, which I agree with, fragrance-free, paraben-free, good for sensitive skin, good for any skin type, really. The only thing is, it's not as moisturizing. I mean, it's a good daily moisturizer. I personally always need more moisture. In the summertime, this is fine for me, though. In the wintertime, I always need to either mix it with this one, or I don't really wear this in the wintertime, quite honestly, because it's just not enough. But in the summertime, it's perfectly fine. Yeah, this is awesome. Never broken me out. It's just very reliable. And none of their stuff is, I don't think, crazy prices, especially when you go to Sephora or Nordstrom's or anything like that. Skincare, you know, you can pay $40 for a moisturizer, and this is like $25, $30. And you get 3.4 ounces, which is double the amount that a standard moisturizer is. Usually they're 1.7 ounces. So you're getting quite a steal with this. And it's just really good. Doesn't irritate skin at all. And the last one, which I've recently bought and I really, really enjoy, is this is just straight up sunscreen. This is SPF 60. I now believe that the highest amount of sunscreen you can get, you should put on your face. I love this one, but 15 I don't think is enough anymore. And quite honestly, like, most people are upping the game. I think anything 30 and up you should put on your face, because the UV rays, I think, are more intense than they used to be. Even if the sun is not out, you can still get UV rays going into your skin, causing freckles, permanent, dark spots. Your acne scarring can get even darker. It's just not worth it. So while, you know, you can buy SPF 15, SPF 20 stuff, if you can go higher, if it's available, definitely go higher. And most people are making them, most manufacturers are making a higher SPF, either sunscreen or putting it in foundation or putting it in moisturizer, and they're doing a better job at really upping that SPF percentage. So this is the highest they have, which is SPF 60. That's what I've been using on my face. What I do is I cleanse the face in the morning time. I use my cleansing water, and then I don't use any acne medication in the mornings because I don't really need to, and I don't like putting it under makeup. That frightens me a little bit. And then I use, actually, I use this first. Excuse me, I can't stop burping today. I use this first, and then I put my moisturizer over it. I don't know, I'm not sure if you can use your moisturizer and then your sunscreen. I don't know why, but I read that you should really put sunscreen on first and then put your moisturizer over it. It's not going to be any less potent, I don't believe, if you put this as the middle step, not the last step. And you also don't want that white cast coming through your makeup. So, I don't know. This seems to be working fine for me. This is a Melt-In Sunscreen Lotion, fast absorbing, sheer finish, normal to dry skin. This does absorb extremely quickly. You do not get a white cast with this. It melts in your skin, it really does. And it's a super high SPF. It's also water resistant, no fragrance, good for sensitive skin, has never made me break out. And I generally really like it. I would totally repurchase this. I think I got this for $20-something. I can't remember. But CVS, they do have sales. They do have it on sale sometimes, especially if you have extra bucks or beauty bucks or whatever the hell. You can usually get this stuff for some discounted price. I just saw this week, I was at CVS the other day, and Effaclar Duo was $10 off with an extra bucks card, which is a pretty sweet deal. This is $36, I believe, and I think it was $24. Which is a really good deal for this. So you can definitely get it on sale if it's a little pricey for you. Or if you know someone who works at CVS, use their discount, they get 20% off, whatever floats your boat. And they actually just came out, which I'm getting quite soon, they came out with spray SPF. Like the Neutrogena makes that, and so does Coppertone. And they have it in SPF 30 and 60. I think those are the only two. And just like the spray-on sunscreen that you can use. So I'm quite sure I'm going to get that for the summertime, or maybe really soon for the spring. If you're going out and you're having skin showing, definitely wear SPF once again. But I think the spray it's around $30, I know that. None of their stuff is like out of this world pricey unless you start to get to the anti-aging stuff. Like their vitamin C serums and that kind of stuff, that can get up to like $50 or $60. But it's still cheaper than, like, let's say, like, Perricone or, you know, Peter Thomas Roth or any of those things. It's still way cheaper than those. So, yeah. So if you have any skin type, it really doesn't matter. If you have irritated skin, if you don't have irritated skin, if you want to simplify your routine, if you want to get products that are really good quality and don't have any fragrance or irritants in them, I highly suggest this brand. This brand, in my opinion, has really saved my skin. It does a great job. It's no fuss. And I just think it really performs well. So, yeah. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. But otherwise, I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.